Hello, hello. Welcome to Tarot with Psydul. Join me on a journey as we go through the stories woven in each and every single one of these cards. Thank you for making this your sanctuary, where questions open the doors and answers light the way. This is going to be a general reading. This reading is timeless, and it will find you when it needs to find you. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Okay? Let's see what we have in store for you today. Full energy. Beautiful. Starting from ground zero, you are now learning something new in your life. You are experiencing a new way of living. You're looking toward the sky and you're dreaming. You have an offering to the universe. You are willing to learn something new, and you give this offering to the higher powers. The Lovers. The Knight of Pentacles. Ten of Cups reverse, the Knight of Swords, and the Magician. Okay, before I even get into this part of the spread, I do want to say that we are seeing issues in your relationship. So, right now, you may be in a rough patch with your lover, your spouse, your partner, whoever that might be. Yeah. And you are learning about them. You are trying to figure out exactly what it is that makes them tick and why things aren't going accordingly to plan. You might be coming off a little bit harsh, Knight of Swords, right? So we'll dive a little bit deeper into that, okay? All right. I'm going to pull a mystery card for you as well. We will take a look at that card later in the reading. Alright, so I feel a lot of the issues in this relationship stem from... Whoa, that wanted to come out. Alright, we'll put this here, right? That just wanted to spring out for you. Three of Wands. Okay. We're going to put this mystery card here as well. And that Three of Wands coming out like that. Three of Wands is moving past the stage of thinking and more so implementing, right? The Two of Wands is a stage of planning and all that, right? Three of Wands is actually beginning to execute. Okay. Maybe that's your theme right now. Yeah, it's possibly your theme for the time being, right? You're with this person, but a lot of issues that are coming up with you with this relationship have to do with your family life, okay? Your past family life wasn't always the happiest, okay? Ten of Cups reversed. The Ten of Cups in a normal upright position means a happy family life, abundance, and emotional fulfillment. I feel that in your past, your family wasn't always that fulfilling, sadly, and I'm sorry that was the case, you know? You lived a life where you had to fill your own cup. And that made you the person you are today. And there's nothing wrong with that, right? This person may have come from a happier family life and they expect certain things, right? And you aren't accustomed to that. That's not what you're used to. That's not how you're programmed. You need to do a little bit of shadow work in order to understand where it is that you two are having these difficulties, right? You could be in a great relationship and you're just on different frequencies at the moment, right? Like this person might be an amazing match physically, emotionally, spiritually, but you're not at a place where you're matching frequencies to understand each other properly. And you are caught up in your own frequency and you are very quick, right? You came in and swooped. You swooped in to save the day, right? And I feel like that's how you landed this relationship where the other person got found you very interesting was because you are very quick and could be a little bit edgy at times, right? Very, very slick with the tongue, right? But yeah, the Knight of Swords, this energy, when I see this energy, I love the energy of this very focused individual, right? But this person can be so focused at times, they don't notice that there's obstacles in the way, right? They don't know that they might be diving straight into a spider's nest, right? A black widow's nest. Be careful, right? This energy could get you in trouble. Okay, so you have to take yourself. You gotta step outside of yourself. Okay, you have to embody this Page of Cups energy. This Page of Cups energy is a very youthful being, somebody that wants to explore and understand more about the world around them, and they have a curiosity about them. And this is what you need if you want this relationship to work, or you want to make a better family life. You have to be willing to learn about the other person. You have to be willing to match their frequency. Okay, put yourself in their shoes, as I would hope that they put themselves in your shoes. Okay, this person, whoever it is, they're just doing their thing. You know, they're living their life as steady as they can. They do see the fruits of their labor, and I do believe that they're a lucky person. They're aiming, they have goals and aspirations, and they're working toward those goals, right? They want somebody in their life that is willing to complement that, okay? They're looking for something joyful. They don't want to deal with negative emotions, okay? We have this Hangman that's coming out, all right? I believe this is more so a fear than a hope right now. You fear that you're going to be left hanging, right? That this is another person that just didn't work out, and now you're left in suspension. You know, it's kind of messed up, is that analogy of the bird flying into the web. I think you're the one spinning your own web, and you don't even know it. There's forces against you, right? And these forces that are against you are a manifestation of your own shadow. You need to do some shadow work. Okay, how does a person do shadow work? Well, this is a very hefty topic, but you have to be willing to take the time to sit with yourself and feel those messed up emotions, right? Feel that pain in your chest, feel that pain that just comes from nowhere, right? Feel the sadness, feel the anger, and understand why you feel that, okay? A lot of times, it's very hard to figure out where it's coming from. You just know that it's there. And then let whatever comes out, come out, okay? It might come out in pictures, it might come out in noises, voices, it might just be normal thoughts, could be whispers, right? And whatever that scenario is, you're gonna have to relive through that scenario and understand that it happened for whatever reason, and it's okay that it happened and you dealt with it, and how you felt you needed to deal with it. And don't fault yourself for that. The best thing that you could do with your shadow is love your shadow, okay? Your shadow keeps you safe. It keeps you protected, right? And the reason why we have a lot of these issues sometimes is because we did have parents or family that were very negative. Maybe they picked on us, or they called us dumb. They thought we were stupid or whatever, right? Little did they know, everybody is a projection of ourselves, especially our parents, right? Our children are a projection of ourselves. So every time you get mad at your child, or you think a certain type of way about your child, you're really saying that about yourself. This little person is an extension of them, right? And especially when it happens very young, you start to believe that, and it takes root, and it's a seed that gets planted very early on. And when that tree grows, it's hard to keep to keep it watered and for it to bear fruit. And just know that you should love your shadow and love that tree, whatever it is. It taught you something, and in this life, you were supposed to go through that for whatever reason, okay? And once you are able to go through that and accept those parts of yourself and work on that, you'll be able to move forward in your life. And that's what we want. We want you to be able to explore the depths of your emotions, the depths of your being, in order to give you the power of the magician, he who is balanced, he who can create, he who has everything he needs in order to succeed in this life. Okay? When I see the magician, I see perfect unity and balance. He who creates whatever he wants, he can make it happen, or she, right? I'm saying a lot of he's, but that's how you get to this magician card, by being able to explore and do the child work, okay? Do the inner healing. And as you go through this healing process, it's going to be a spark of creativity for you as well. And that creativity, you'll be able to channel these emotions in a proper way. It's very Cancerian, right? It's a Cancerian vibe. This Page of Wands isn't a Cancerian vibe, but the way that I see this card, right? It's somebody that is being able to create in a positive way. I see this card and I see just a canvas that needs to be painted. And I feel like Cancerians deal with their emotions in positive ways, such as painting. So that's why I have that connotation with it. Let's take a look at this mystery card, though. The Ace of Swords. Okay. The Ace of Swords. You are at a new beginning, okay? This is the start of something new. And will you allow it to be something beautiful, or will you allow it to be another pattern? Will you break the chains and start a new cycle, a new pattern? Or will you stick to your routines? Will you stick to what you've always done? And will you get the same results? Okay? This Knight of Pentacles is routines, and it's good for the most part. But when these routines are negative and don't help us in any way, shape, or form, we got to break that pattern. We have to derail those thoughts that hold us back, those limiting beliefs, and use this Ace of Swords energy, right? That solar eclipse that just happened is a brand new chapter for every single one of us. You know, the doors have been burst wide open. So move forward, change your life, change your look, right? Change your outlook, I should say. Maybe you want to change your look. Who knows? Maybe you're trying to switch it up a little bit, right? You want to go from brunette to blonde, or vice versa, right? But yeah, don't allow your ego to ruin something for you, okay? Take a second step back. Do the shadow work. Talk to your inner child, okay? That was your general reading. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Make sure to hit like and subscribe. I'll talk to you next time.